Mini episode 1226 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You'll want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge mini episode 1226. I'm FDH managing partner Rick Morris here with our preview of Billions episode 5.3. Here's our top 5 notes of interest heading into the season's second episode. Number 5, we found out that it's Wags who failed the Chris Rock test, but will we ever hear anything more about it? His subplots are always incredible, but there's never any follow-up. It'd be great to have this daughter of his somehow factor into his life, certainly in a complicating way down the road, but we're not holding our breath. Number 4, Chuck torpedoed his own pal simply so that he could get him installed as Solicitor General and help him go after X. Ethics are a huge and unexpected undercurrent of Season 5, as Rhodes Jr. claims to be pursuing nothing but truth, justice, and the rightful downfall of the crooked Bobby Axelrod. It's hard to believe that Kate takes at face value that his transgression against Adam took place prior to a renewed commitment to justice. Also, Chuck made a bad enemy if Judge DiGiulio finds out who really tanked his nomination. Number 3, speaking of which, Chuck lorded his so-called moral code over Taylor in the midst of blowing his own cover. Rarely, if ever, does Chuck blow the element of surprise when he has it, but he told Taylor that he realizes that Bobby was told of his efforts to bring him down. What possible reason could there be for that decision? Now Bobby will have his guard up, waiting for him when it's possible that he could have been fooled by Chuck letting him off the hook on the crypto mining deal. This seems inexplicable. Number 2, in the Rhodes divorce, there's two delusional people, each thinking that they have a moral code and each being mistaken. Wendy went through her own quote-unquote moral awakening after screwing over Taylor last season, only to let Bobby essentially commit bribery to get her medical license back in the end. And now she and her husband are in the early stages of unleashing all of their bile on each other, their own children be damned. What upstanding members of the community they are. Number 1, the prince checkmates the would-be king. Woke billionaire Mike Prince is yet another powerful person boasting of a strong moral code, but X found out the hard way that doesn't make him a patsy. It's likely that he's just as much of a phony as Chuck, Wendy, and every other powerful person looking to explain away their own ruthlessness. As such, he seems like a natural to be aligned with Chuck as they take on Bobby. But now X knows not to underestimate his fellow Decca, which means trouble for his business rival. Just ask Taylor. Thank you for joining us for this mini episode of the FDH Lounge.